Thank you, Ken, for having me again. So my name is Cecilia Kushner. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer at the New York City Economic Development Corporation, where I oversee our economic research and policy, planning, and industry innovation groups. So for those of you who don't know, the Economic Development Corporation is the economic development arm of the City of New York. Our role is to expand the city's economy with a focus on what we call future-focused industries, industries that we know are poised to grow tremendously in the next couple of decades, and that offer a spectrum of jobs to a wide range of New Yorkers with a wide range of education levels. And these are like our 4 priorities as an organization. So strengthen business confidence, grow innovation sectors with a focus on equity, and it's mainly what we're going to talk today about the green economy and how we're focusing on the development of the green economy, building full comprehensive neighborhoods throughout the 5 boroughs, and delivering sustainable infrastructure. We have about a 10-year, $9 billion capital plan just at EDC that we are managing on behalf of the City of New York. But before I start, I want to contextualize a little bit for us how the economy is doing post-COVID. Since the mayor took office, we've added about 282,000 jobs. So we've recovered about 1 million jobs that we had lost during COVID, fully recovered all of the private sector jobs that were lost during COVID. We're on a all-time high of jobs in New York City. We have 4.7 million jobs in the city right now. And we are at an all-time high labor force participation as well. The highest it's been since 1976 that the city and the state are actually looking at that. So we have a lot of positive signs in terms of economic recovery. And one of my favorite stats is that 1 in 7 businesses that you see in New York City today have been open in the last 12 months. So it really speaks to the vibrancy of entrepreneurship and innovation in driving New York City's economy today and tomorrow. So as I said, New York City is an engine for innovation, and the innovation sectors have really been driving economic growth over the last couple of decades. We're constantly working to ensure that the industry that EDC we're investing in, from offshore wind to tech to the green economy, are growing and thriving. And we're especially interested in the intersection of these future-focused sectors. For example, this morning we held an AI roundtable about the intersection of AI and life science and the power of AI in diagnostics and the discovery of new medicines. In 2021, and I want to talk a little bit more about the green economy, we did a research over the last year to try to define the green economy, what are the sectors and the subsectors that are part of its definition, and realize that there's already 133,000 New Yorkers that are working today in what is defined as the green economy. And then it's already a 24 billion contribution to the GDP in the city today. And we believe that with all the regulations that the city has in place and the amount of capital money that New York City is poised, and the state and the federal government, to spend in the development of this green economy, that by 2040 we'll have about 380,000 jobs. So quite a large share of our entire economy. And in everything that we do at EDC, equity and economic mobility have to be at the center of our work. We cannot grow industries if we're not making sure that we're creating a pipeline for diverse New Yorkers to have the opportunity to participate in it. And we do that through 3 main strategies: supporting MWB firms, growing diverse entrepreneurship, and creating a workforce pipeline for the industries of tomorrow, with CUNY and DOE as really core partner in meeting these goals. One of the examples of the program that we're doing is, as the offshore wind industry is developing and growing throughout the state, the East Shore, and in New York City, we've developed a specific MWB capacity program at EDC. It's called Waterfront Pathways. It allows for small firms to build capacity and better understand the offshore wind supply chain opportunities to be able to enter this really large market. Diversifying entrepreneurship is also critical to strengthening New York City for the future. Businesses own wealth, they hire people. The more diverse businesses are, big and small, the more diverse the workforce is in the economy of the future. One of the ways we do this is directly investing in diverse entrepreneurship in what we call future-focused economy. So just last October, a couple of months ago, we launched application for the third installation of our program that's called the Founder Fellowship. It's designed to address inequities in the tech sector and the tech sector at large on how it is shaping other industries as well. All of the companies that have participated in the program have raised more than $12 million so far, and their combined valuation have increased by at least $112 million, and we've created about 70 jobs already. And so we know these types of programs really had tremendous value to diverse entrepreneurs to have access to VC and have access to money and capital that otherwise they would not have access to. We've also pledged with Mayor Adams $10 million in capital funding to CUNY that's really targeted towards the green economy and offshore wind. So these are campus upgrades, for example, that give certification for the global wind organization training, or that allow for maritime career and welding training at Kingsborough College in South Brooklyn, for example. Part of all of this innovation industry and all of these new organizations and new firms that are popping up throughout the city are, interestingly for us, creating a new geography, a new landscape that we're beginning to call the Innovation Coast, that goes from Long Island City to all along the East River, Long Island City, the East River of Manhattan, to the Brooklyn Navy Yard, to Sunset Park. And what we're seeing in this geography is really an ecosystem of climate and tech-focused innovators, educators, incubators that are all kind of working together to build the green economy of the future, all linked by NYC Ferry, which is run by New York City EDC. And so I'm going to walk you through a few projects that are part of this innovation coast that the city is really investing in, and I think will bear a lot of fruit in terms of the innovation economy in the future. So the first one is Spark. It's in what we call the Kibbs Bay Science District. This is in the 20s between the FDR and 2nd Avenue on the east side of Manhattan. This is the highest concentration of commercial life science that you have in New York City, with multiple millions of square feet of life science that are completed already or that are coming forward. This is an entire block where the Hunter College used to be located, the School of Nursing, where the city and the state are collaborating on a multi-billion-dollar project to create a brand new CUNY campus that will have the School of Nursing, but also other schools specializing in public health throughout the city, from BMCC and Harlem, that are going to come in this location, as well as a DOE public school that will be focused on public health, and then 1 million square feet of commercial life science right next to it. Really public-private partnership, the entire workforce pipeline from young people to PhD and top researchers. So we're extremely excited about this project. We think this is really going to make Kibbs Bay the science districts of New York City, where top talent for life science wants to be, and something that's going to be driving the economy for the future. Another example of the type of collaboration that we have is with New Lab at the Navy Yard. So it's a company and a VC that brings together entrepreneurs, engineers, inventors, and industry leaders, and one that New York City EDC has supported for several decades, both in its creation and its current management. So right now we are supporting the development of an energy resilience studio at New Lab that will really be focused on battery storage innovation, both the innovation as well as the regulation. It's a studio that we're having with FDNY is a partner to try to understand how to make battery storage, which is key to green energy transition over the coming decades, better, more efficient, but also safer for New Yorkers. So this is one of the examples of the program that we have going on. Another one, obviously, famously, is Governor's Island, the New York Climate Exchange, which is really focused on education and high-end education and research around innovative climate solution, which is just a few minutes by ferry from the Brooklyn Navy Yard. And then the last point in the Innovation Coast is Sunset Park, where we see a tremendous opportunity for climate innovation. We control about, at EDC, 200 acres of waterfront and assets that include the Brooklyn Army Terminal, the South Brooklyn Marine Terminal, and the Made in New York campus. So at SBMT, the South Brooklyn Marine Terminal, the offshore wind is poised to play a really important role in New York City's transitioning to a clean energy future. And we're leveraging these sites, the 65-acre waterfront port, to develop the best-in-class infrastructure to support offshore wind. So we're going to transform this site into one of the largest and best-in-class offshore wind port facilities in the nation that will support the build-out, the management, the interconnection of electricity generation for more than 2 million homes in New York City. Right next door in Industry City, in partnership with Equinor, who is our partner for the offshore wind port, we developed the Offshore Wind Innovation Hub. And NYU attendant in downtown Brooklyn is also one of our partner in the Innovation Hub. This is really to support startups that are like in the offshore wind space and fast track their commercialization and developing strategic partnership between large offshore wind developers and small innovation startup in the offshore wind space. And then finally, Brooklyn Army Terminal is really the crown jewel of our Sunset Park portfolio. It provides unique opportunities for industries for the future. It was completed, it's a building that dates from 1919, so it's a very historic building that has like a beautiful, long story, and now serves as one of the most innovative and accessible industrial campus that we see in Brooklyn and the entire city of New York. And this is just a few data that gives you a sense of the scale of what we're talking about. There's already 4,000 jobs, 4,000 people working at the Brooklyn Army Terminal. We have a 95% occupancy and more than 100 tenants that span a wide range of industry with really a focus on innovation and moving forward a focus on climate. One of the things that we started a few months ago, just in September, is to allow pilots of new technology at the Brooklyn Army Terminal. We think that it's really important to give emerging tech companies, especially in energy, in mobility, and in the building sector, the opportunity to test, to refine, to de-risk, and to demonstrate their product in a real-world urban environment. We've selected 3 companies in the fall for their inaugural pilot at BAT. We have Conservation Labs, their smart water sensor that uses artificial intelligence. We have Enertive, that's a new technology that provides insights to property manager into utility usage. And we have TrackRef, which is a company that pilots a new technology that reduces emission from HVAC leaks. And we've seen tremendous success from all of these pilots and all of these companies. So if you're a company or you know of a company that's interested in piloting at BAT, please contact us to be able to do so. And then finally, we had a last one that has been extremely successful in its deployment, which is called It's Electric. It's a Brooklyn EV curbside company that has user-friendly fully detachable charging cords, so you can actually charge directly into a building utility rather than having like a special infrastructure that's between you and the building. So that would be completely game changer for New York City if their technology showed that it could actually work at scale. So this is only the beginning for us and for BAT. The future of BAT for EDC is driven by a strong commitment to sustainability and fostering a climate innovation ecosystem that's successful throughout Sunset Park and throughout the Innovation Coast. And so early next year, we're going to build upon this momentum, and we're going to launch a request for proposal for a world-class climate innovation hub at BAT that will work in concert with all of the New York City Innovation Coast institution. We're going to seek consortium applicants that accelerate the growth of our local climate tech ecosystem by developing and operating the hub. We will request for cutting-edge facilities, shared prototyping lab, co-working space, step-out space for growing businesses, and piloting and testing infrastructure, as well as supporting catalytic business growth services. And so we're really looking for a long-time partner and anchor into what the next chapter of the Brooklyn Terminal will be. And so we invite all of you that are interested in checking this opportunity with us. We have a partnership form that's open on our website. So if anyone is interested in being part of the consortium or talking to us, please fill it in so we can be in touch and be in the lookout for this awesome opportunity next year. Thank you.